Well, hello again, friends, if you are watching. Apologies for the video title, it's still got VATSIM event in it, and I was doing a little bit of a rush just to make best use of time. Thanks for watching if you are. You find us back here in the FBO. We are going to try for a 2-sector day, and that's going to be from Rotterdam, where we are, to Newcastle, to Northolt, and then on to Newcastle. So, without further ado, step up.
Welcome to Hot Start Flight Support. How can we help you today?
Hi, Jenny. So, and then once we do this, I'll talk about what I've been up to. So, we're going to take ATIS, and our scheduled departure time is 2:30. I think we might need some fuel. Might as well have the GPU. We shouldn't need anything else, but we'll have a look. We can de-ice if we need it. On the way back over, turning one crew member, and 4 packs inbound, and we're going to take 4 outbound.
Of course, Captain. I'll get that organized for you right away.
Thanks very much. So, a little bit stuttery. Head outside. So, here is our mighty aeroplane. Oh dear, look, there is ice on the wings. So, we are going to need to de-ice. And interestingly, as you can see, the chocks have disappeared. That's happened. So, let me just open up Atlanta, add a flight plan. That has not picked up anything. File. That's also not much use. Saves the route, but it doesn't do much else. That's strange. And I wasn't able to fix the double counting of the route crashes on inbound here, which is just a bit. Anyway, that has loaded and running. Let's pop the chocks in. It's because the nose wheel wasn't straight. I thought it was. If you have a look up here, you can see, you guys can't, but I have the icing third line of frame rate, and then ice counters for this very reason, just to see. But as you can see, there is a visual indication there, so we'll look at that. We'll get some de-ice, although you'd think with the sun being down, melted by now. So this is where we left off. Frame rate's taking a little bit of a hit. Whoops. As you can see, what I have done is not here, but certainly in the UK, everything is zoom level 17. I've got 18, 5 to 8K around the airport, depending on which tiles I've done. I should give it even more sharpness. Relatively acceptable frame rate. I'm not sure how we're going to get in here, so what I might do is just do this to open the door, because I don't think I can walk because I've mucked it up. There is the mighty door. And there we go, we'll just imagine. Hope that doesn't work. There we go, that works. We walked in. Sorry about that. Now the frame rate has just tanked. The GPU is working hard, even though there should be really working on here. And hasn't done much getting us back there. Something is clearly very poorly optimized. I've been doing quite a few scenery edits recently, though not with the very big airports. There's the GPU, and I think some of the objects like car parks, etc., less than ideal. Hangers that are sort of bolted together, okay, but plastic. Seems fine out this way, so there's something over here that is halving the frame rate. Wonder if it's the GPU. Anyway, let's jump in. Before the fueler arrives. Back on with the safety check. So, circuit breakers down here all look fine. Over there, fine. Do those. Let's do those. Battery switches. You can see they're both connected. I think that's a screw terminal in the equipment bays. Connect to those. Turn those up. Everything else looks normal. That's in. No. Nose steering. Here. Nose steering is off, as is the hardware. Landing gear lever is down, as is light spoilers. Tracted. Apps look up and are. LDG manual release is to be stowed, as does the lamp is that way and operates. Logbook and aircraft docs we can't do. Safety check, external check we will do. Moment. So with that in mind, battery on. 25 volts on both batteries. We don't need to do the FireX monitor. I will. Left, right, 2 green on each. Same with the APU. Fire detector warning.
Jet pipe overheat.
Green,
Jet pipe
3 red.
overheat.
5 red CAS.
Jet pipe overheat.
2, 3, 5 cautions. Fail. So APU start available. No. APU gen. No. What we can do is take ground power. So the TRUs have come alive. Battery current has dropped to 0. 15 volts, 400 hertz. Have. And as always, I should have put lights on first. But hey, that's the checklist. Got a checklist. The lights can all be turned up. I'm pretty sure it's only week. Move on to the lamp test and everything else in a minute. So. Okay, not going to need it. Shame there's no drop down anymore. That used to VATSIM. HRD. There is no one. We are 2 departures. 2 other departures. They're already in flight.
Flight compartment checklist. AC and DC electrics.
I have checked.
Engine start checklist.
Whoa, wrong one.
Flight compartment checklist. Nav lights, logo light. Cockpit lights.
Set.
Lamp test.
So we'll do that in a moment. What I am more interested in at this very moment is the fuel. So our block fuel is 2121. Got 30 minutes extra just to ensure we get into our destination weather-wise. It's okay. Registering 1760. I know the fuel going to be here in a moment. So, your panel. Map test. Managed to leave those open again because I can't see them. 1770, so we'll let it settle down a bit. Which isn't here yet, but 1880. So, fuel in a moment. No, doing block fuel. So we need 2121. Divided by the density will give us the volume. So has that settled down at 1780? As you can see, we're not going to need a lot, but it is a relatively short flight. That of course gives us 30 minutes final reserve. Our alternate is Manchester 511, 5-minute contingency. Gives us a minimum takeoff of 155, 46 fuel, for what is a very short flight, 55-minute block time, but air time is just over 32 minutes. A minute for taxi, we might need a bit more. So we only need one. So, once the fueler gives us today's density, relatively quiet on VATSIM today, sadly. The truck.
All right, Captain, fuel truck is hooked up. Just let me know how much fuel you need. Or would you like to go tanks full today?
So, 0.812. We need 4, 5. Well, 440 is what we're going to get. Can't have 20.
All right, I'm gonna go start up the pump.
Good for him. So we'll open those. Those are actuated by fuel pressure. Those are electric, aren't they? Go, shut off works. Happy days. Back on to the checks.
Duct monitor.
Amp test we haven't done. So, amp can only really test. These ATS fail, I don't get the test. Other people get the test. Pulls 2 bulbs in each one. Can't check those. Duct monitor.
Bleed air duct.
Audio 5.
Bleed
CAS
air
warnings.
duct.
4 switch lights. Duct
Bleed
test okay.
air duct.
Loop A, okay. Loop B, okay.
FMS database status.
So, let's clear the messages. Interesting. Next. Why doth message not work? Interesting. Nav is correct.
Refueling is complete, Captain. Do you need anything else?
So we needed 2121, got 2090. I'm just going to wait to see if that goes. That looks like it's going.
Okay, just one quick signature on here, and I'll be on my way. Here's a copy for your records. Have a nice day.
See ya. So, cycling is required to ensure all data is fine. Be cleared. Really necessary? Anyway, done. Oh, now the message.
FMS flight plan uplink, ATIS.
So, I don't think flight plan uplink will work. So, I'm actually going to do it manually. Do later. So, data link. There is no ATC covering us, so we'll just do the weathers. It's going to be bird.
Anti-skid.
Test. Green light.
Nose door.
SATCOM. Interesting. So, nose door, we're going to check is clear.
Hydraulic 3A pump.
So, hydraulic, all 15 degrees, 68 to 74%. 3.8 on.
Brake pressure.
Inboard brakes, 3000 psi.
Parking brake.
Set. Green CAS.
Nose door.
It's going to be closed, so we'll go and check that. Don't need to look at the weather yet. And we'll take the covers off while we're out here. Pin is in there, you can see the nose wheel is wiggly. So we may need to taxi with the steering disarmed. Comes the pin. Off come the covers, and you can of course see the icing effect here, which bright sunshine. 4 watts per meter squared, I think roughly should be melting that quite efficiently. Not the bit that's in shadow. Look at that terrible frame rate. Maybe it's the car park over there. Can happily edit these things. Yeah, I mean you can see, I don't know if you saw the lag there. It isn't the car park. I don't know. Something is terrorizing the CPU. No, it's the GPU. It's taking hammering. GPU is limiting. The CPU is working as well. GPU. Yeah. So nose door is closed.
Hydraulic panel and pumps.
So we're gonna go off on 3A off, 3B on, B 2B got 3000 psi.
Electric panel.
General 1 and 2 off.
AC DC utility switch.
On.
Start ignition panel.
Checked. Clear.
Fuel panel.
1, 2, 3. Green, white. Off. On. Off, off. Off. Ding ding.
APU LCV.
Not required yet.
10th stage isolation valve.
Same.
Packs.
Off.
Air conditioning panel.
So, normal. RAM air switch light out, not lit and covered. Temperatures as required. We have so set to the cabin. Cabin temperature is 9 degrees.
Pressurization panel.
So 0 differential pressure, yes. Fan out, centered, it's all the way. Manual, ECAS, now full light comes on. Landing altitude at Northolt is 120 feet. Whoa, airport elevation 126, close enough, isn't it? So, about there, I guess. I've already written down it's 30-40. Roughly what we've got anyway. Pips done, emergency depress. Emergency depress out, extinguish, covered.
Bleed air panel.
So that's, those 4 will be illuminated, those 3 will be off when we do finally put the AP on.
Supplemental ground wing anti-ice panel switch.
Dims down here. We'll off and out.
Cal anti-ice switches.
In no caution.
Anti-ice panel.
So wing off, lights extinguished. Left and right, out. Shield to high. Est. 1, 2, 3, 4, green. Ice detect. Caution, overheat.
Wing overheat.
1 red,
Wing overheat.
anti-ice okay.
Emergency lights.
Da, 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 da. So currently emergency lights off, emergency lights on, we then go and check them. Set armed, no caution.
Passenger signs.
I'm going to leave them off for the time being.
ELT.
Armed.
Glare shield panel.
That shield looks alright to me. Fail on the ATS. Let's just clear that. And we'll set the rest up later.
Crew and passenger oxygen.
1850. We'll check ours.
DCU warning panel.
Out. Extinguished. Guarded.
CVR.
Best. Right.
Audio panels.
That one can stay off. Mine is mic 1, no audio at the moment. And 1228.
SPS system.
So switches. Lights on. That side's on. Down. Let's just be trimming. Disconnect. Stamp trim. SPFs left and right. Stall fail. Stick shake. Ignition A and B. Stall. Push, the stick shaker stops. I'll do the other one.
Integrated standby instrument.
So, firstly, there are 2.8, 2.9. There you go.
Clock,
Flight time's reset. Time is correct.
EFS, ICAS.
Checked. Out the ordinary there.
Main landing gear bay overheat.
Gear bay overheat.
That's interesting that it cut off a bit there.
Gear bay overheat.
Interesting. Check the fail as well.
TOS warning switches.
They're all out, guarded, out, extinguished, guarded.
Glide slope. Pull up. Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear. Terrain, terrain, pull up.
That's complete. Radar stays on, so turn that off.
Pitch and roll disconnects.
They are both in and stowed.
Ground spoilers.
Auto.
Thrust reversers.
Checked. Armed.
Thrust levers.
1. Full. 3. Correct. Cut off. Full. Cut off.
Engine speed switches.
They are both on.
Engine vibration check.
Is up to 3.5 stops. Vibration caution checked.
Oral warning.
As always, friends, I've got the chat in front of me so I can see it. So if you are watching, please say hi. You may have to subscribe. That's just to try and stop the bots, although it does help with subs. So please feel free to chat in chat.
Smoke detector.
Smoke is that one.
Smoke.
1 oral, 2
Smoke.
red.
Trims. Mach trim.
So 1, 2. Snap trip 2 in op. Set 2 Mac. Snap trip 1 in op. One, 2, 3. No cautions, no info. Pitch required for takeoff, which we still can't calculate yet. See me popping it up there. They're not that heavy. So, go for 6. I'm not going to check the others because I'll never get them back to neutral.
Yacht ampers.
1, 2, caution out.
Reversionary inhibit switches.
So, let's look down here, or normal. In here, the tunes out, extinguished, guarded.
IRS.
Check down here. FD data. Really? What is that? On push. IRS status. See there, 3 on nav.
CPDLC.
Can't do it. Nobody's online anyway.
TCAS.
Can't do that. Glenn, hello. I was going to say good morning, but it's just not quite.
TCAS system test OK.
ATIS and clearance.
So we'll jot down the weather. Oh boy, there is the frame rate GPU dropping like a stone. What on earth is that about? No problem over there, so it's, to me it seems like it's got to be object related. It is Xpilot. to check my plugins. Disabled quite a lot. I've updated Xpilot. It's going to be frustrating if that is what causes it. See how we get on. Right, down here. Data link, weather, view, bird. Thanks for hijacking the family TV screen, Glenn. Well, I hope you enjoy it. Your trip over here. Weather's picked up a little bit, but it's still not great. Certainly not going to be interested in seeing my potato PC running this simulator at 16 frames per second. They like slideshows, they'll love this. So 11:25, I'm expecting another one. ATIS in the UK is usually every half an hour. So I'll write this one down expecting that we're going to get another. It's an automatic report. Wind is 040, 12 knots, variable between 020 and 080. Greater than 10k visibility. No significant cloud. Temperature of 5 at dew point -2. Jumpers on for everybody. QNH102.8. No significant change, and you can see the TAF there is between 6 and 12, which is now 030 at 10. Coming between 18 and 21, 060 at 5. So it's pretty steady all day. Clouds at 4,000. So those clouds have disappeared. And the wind is set to die down a little bit. But even then, 10 knots. Well, 10 knots is chilly, but it's not the end of the world. So no clearance.
FMS flight plan, wind update, perf.
So we'll do that manually, only because I've got two loaded this on the next sector. Still not too sure on the data link. But it doesn't matter because it's a relatively short route, so there is not a lot to type in. So we're going to ABNED. Then Lima 980 to Logan. That's it. Don't mind typing that in. And the arrival. So, no, I don't think I do. So, our cruise, cunningly on the front page, is 240. Eurocontrol validated route. I do like to try and do that if I have time. And Ortho router is very good at doing that. It's 180 to Manchester. And our zero fuel weight is going to 30. Go. Clear that fuel. Should really do it. Shouldn't we? 21. That's what it's saying. So VNAV setup, I need the charts here. The transition altitude in Rotterdam is 3,000 feet. You're going to be doing 307.8. That might be a bit quick. Cruise out, yes, but it's 182. We might actually. How long would we be in the cruise for? And again, 78300 for the descent, 3000. Concorde. So, knowing that it's 6,000 feet in the London TMA and that the pressure is up in the 1030s, just taking it off the OFP rather than going through the FMC 1029, there's a couple of HPA difference there, we'll call it 7-0. That's that done, happy days. Do it now rather than in the descent, if you can. What else do we need to do? Need the winds, but there we go. Reserves and our estimated time of departure. So we think we're going to be 12:45. That's off time, not out time. So we've got a little bit of time there. Our actual final reserve is 400 for 30 minutes. So why don't we actually put that in? Then we'll get an accurate extra figure. 1580 at destination. So I'm just writing down on the flight plan our 0 fuel, so that we can get our landing weight. It's probably, looking out the window, I can see departures from Heathrow, and they are on 09, so it'll be 07 into Northolt. We'll probably use the circling minimums because there's no PAR or SRA, unless there's anybody online for VATSIM, which I doubt, in which case just take the 4-mile visual intercept for the PAR or SRA and vector ourselves to that point. Taxi fuel, I've got 102, so let's put that in. Anything else to do? Yes. Index, menu, and wind update, send. Got the perf and the takeoff data. So we are going to be departing. Now that's interesting. I've got 2-4 on the flight plan. I don't think that's right. SimBrief has got it pretty spectacularly wrong today. Weather got it wrong at both ends. 040 at 12, so it's clearly going to be 06, which is a nice short departure. So we might as well take the full length departure. Gives us an extra 200 meters. So perf take off, because we haven't done that yet. If I go back to perf here and I pop in, currently we've got 6 degrees. Don't forget we need some anti-ice, which it will do with just the APU running, to be honest. There's no point in starting the engines up. What else there? No. Not going to do a flex. We could, but again, later. There we go. Off. So, of course, we have the ATIS in reality. The weather, we're going to Sommel. So, Sommel 2 Alpha looks to be correct. X220 in the turn. Deal with that. And arrival. Visual for 07. So PAR is a 4.3 mile radar fix, and SRA it's 4.2. Two miles as the radar fix, and it's a 3-degree descent. So let's take the SRA at 4.2. And 2 5 3 degrees, yes. Runway elevation 114, so worth checking. Is it WGS? So, I'm not sure it says on the Jepson charts, or maybe they just use the same ones and you're expected to know it. But on my other charts that are available, oh, I thought they did. I thought the charts that I've got did tell you was being used, because obviously there's a slight difference depending on the model. Well, it's only the sim, we're not going to die. Do I watch Foxtrot's channel, Gwen? Yes, I do. I honestly haven't had time to watch all of his stuff because there's just too much. There's not enough hours in the day, and whilst I haven't been streaming, I've been quite busy doing airport editing.
Hello, Captain. It's Jenny from Hot Start Flight Support.
Hi Jenny, bad timing as ever.
Your passengers have arrived. Shall I have them brought to the plane?
No, 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 no.
Understood. Just call me when you're ready to receive them.
Will do.
Anything else?
No, that's it, thanks. Oh, actually, oh no, look, de-icing. 136925. I've got that written down somewhere. Scribble it down on the OFP, so we want to do that. 136925. Tune that up in a moment.
Always a pleasure. Take care.
So we'll tidy all of that up for the departure. Let's have a look. It is 500. We need Rotterdam 1104. That's for the MSAs and nothing else because it's all on Avis. That's fine. So 1104 pop on nav1. And the standby on nav1 is going to be the ILS for 06, which is 109.1. And we'll set the course on that to 056. Go. As always, can't see that. Oh no, I'm going to, because it's the frame rate that's tanking and causing the lag. So 056, 101. Just in case. So 500. Yes, above 500. So runway heading, which is 056. 056, 500, and then RD 181, 220 in the turn. Yes, to 186. So it's left round to 215. Yes, that is coded. Sommel. No. There's 186. Oh yeah, so there's a point there. Just misses it for the other one. 261. 186 to Magvar, close enough. 3000 higher only when cleared, so set 3 and then clear ourselves. One set. $210 in the turn. Oh, there's an alternate, so the other one that I saw there was SOM to a Yankee, which is the alternate route to enhanced noise abatement. Approval for RNAV1. Well, it's only virtual noise, isn't it? So, that one done. But now,
Takeoff data.
it's takeoff. So, 06. Shall we get the weather again? I know this slows things down. They're all still there. Might as well, because I think it will have updated. Apologies for looking down time, but of course it's helping the frame rate. Incredibly frustrating. sorry that this is taking so long. There we go. Don't know whether, oh, what a hit. So 11:55. 040 at 12. Good thing we checked that. The variability is gone. Not that it matters. You can see there every 30 minutes. Still 10k or greater. Military will do higher than that. They'll give you 530k, whatever it actually is. 6 minus 2, 0 to 8. Those are the vital things. Anyway, so that in mind over here. 12, you could leave it blank, no credit for it. 028, 12 knot headwind, 2199 from the full length runway. There's negligible difference. If you wanted to be sure, you could plan from Victor 2, which is 2004. But we're not going to do that. Dry, armed. CG trim we can't do, takeoff weight 15.1 and 958 required, so we could easily take any of those, send those. Rest reserve, both, engine bleeds, yes, both off. Fussed about obstacles, but you can see we can make good climb with one engine. And below, max takeoff is below all of those anyway. So, guys.
Avionics and charts.
So, that one. Rows. EPOS on the other side. Frame rate settled down, but it's still poor. And I've got charts externally.
Flight instruments.
So push on Dertoga. There it is, N1TO. Nav. Yes, we will on nav. That's one. Logical check. So we are wings level. Looks about right. A little bit nose down. 025 seems correct. And 6 for departure. First waypoint is 500 and turn. Bing box up that I didn't hear, that's weird. Initial heading, so we've said 056. Then on track, takeoff speeds V1, 113, 121, or safety's 48, so anything above 153 for flap. It's 220 in the turn, so we'll just maintain. It's going to take forever. So 200 will do us. Left side flight director. Selected, takeoff, takeoff. And alt select is armed. For 3,100 in case somebody comes online, we'll set it to 3 and then we'll self-clear as we depart. Altimeter 1028 matches the ATIS. PSI is 0. Thrust rating TO 88.5.
Departure briefing.
We have discussed.
Emergency procedures.
We have.
Pins, covers, chocks.
We have done.
Cabin lights, water
Check.
heaters, master seat. Flight compartment checklist complete.
So with that
Engine
minus
start
1221.
checklist next.
Get the APU started. Our fuel on. Start. Did I not hold it for long enough? Oh no, it's just because I'm dense. So I thought I had pushed power fuel in. Hopefully this isn't going to cause an issue, so I'm just going to cycle that again. Go, timer started. 21:30. It's 12:22. There's the APU coming up. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I've got it on a separate screen, so I can. In a couple of seconds, we should get a ding. APU gen off. So we can pop that on. Oh, hello. What just happened there? APU not happy. Interesting. Did that just delete everything? I hope not. Transient takeover. So, not currently in use. Is it because I double tapped, or is this a frame rate issue? Has GNSS actually run inside? What a disaster. So let's have a look on the status page. CDC electrics will look okay. The V speeds and everything else got deleted, so is that taking out the perf? No. That is going to change. Send those through again. Speeds are deselected. Interesting. So your damper trims have dropped off. Pretty sure I didn't do anything wrong there. Probe heats, versus are still armed, window heat. That all looks okay, so is why do they keep getting deleted? Interesting. Hey Rick, it's the Challenger 650, mate. I have been flying pretty much nothing but this, although as you can see, my knowledge is still tragic. So I am going to pop those V speeds in manually. So V1 we said was 1.3. Rotates 121. Not that we get any calls. I know there's a plugin for that, but I'm trying to optimize my plugin use. It's causing no end of grief. 148.153. Go. So I've put those in manually. Never mind. Don't really want to have to power everything down. The stopwatch has gone off. Pretty sure we've had more than 2 minutes. So ground power is available and not in use. We are on the APU generator. All the buses are on. In use and on. So yeah, I don't think I double tapped it. It's just the frame rate issue. So ground power is out. Switch light is out. It's kind of difficult to see. So APU 10th stage, all on, all off. Things can come on. Let's get Jenny to bring the packs out.
Hot start flight support. Jenny speaking. How can we help? Understood. They'll be there in a couple of minutes. Anything else?
No, that's it. Thanks, Jenny.
Always a pleasure. Take care.
Those are all open. Should have been shut. What I am going to do while we wait, head out here and take out these ones. We still need to de-ice. Saves a little bit of time. once the door's shut. What do we need on com? 213625. And for that, I think we have to use that one. I can't just use the PTT that I normally use for X-Pilot.
Flight compartment checklist. Engine start checklist. Doors.
We're going to wait for those. Go stand gangway and turn those off. Fueling panel do. No. Because it's external, so I suppose I can. Do. Yep, that frame rate dip there. That's the GPU there, Toto, going 8. Down to 14 frames per second. So, objects, I don't know. So, life is not too bad, thanks Rick, just busy. Busy with work, busy with X-Plane.
Hello, Captain. Hope
Hello.
you're doing well today.
Yes, thanks.
Great. There's nobody else coming along today, so as far as we're concerned, we're all good to go.
So, Cabin Jenny would really be shutting the door.
Closed. Parking brake and pressure. Checked and set. Fuel quantity and balance.
Ill.
Beacon.
So, nobody to talk to. I am going to do my thing and pop out on. We would call up for engine start, but there's no one to talk to.
On. Fuel boost pumps. On. Ignition.
What is it today? The 6th? Is it the 6th? I don't even know. Yes, it is. It's a Sunday.
Armed. Engine 2 start.
So we're actually going to ask the ground crew. I'm not going to look. Good. Got one chock in. Everything else should be out, so we should get the thumbs up. Start engine. Oh no! No, no, no! What an idiot! Let's not do that, because of course we need to de-ice. So let's switch the comm.
Go ahead, cockpit.
De-ice only.
Roger.
So for the de-ice, parking brake set, taxi and logo
Ground to cockpit.
off,
Starting de-icing using SAE Type 1 fluid on your wings and tail.
packs off, 10th stage, bleed air closed, leave the isolation valve open. No. Or whatever. Cowl anti-ice is off, stage is off, flaps are up, okay. Then we'll jump back. That closes by itself when there's detected, I think. So we shouldn't have the beacon on, but hey, whatever. I screw up. Left wing is being de-iced. I don't think tail icing is modelled. So sorry, I did almost forget that. This goes to show with checklists, got to keep your brain in the game when you're doing things that are not standard. And we're back in the ready to start engine 2 position. Actually, why don't I? Let's do it properly, shall we?
Flight compartment checklist. AC and DC electrics.
So I'll just skip forwards. So we've done it. Good thing we've got a short taxi. Like I say, I think this is superior to taxiing off, leaving the engines running and de-icing. As you can see, we've only used 10 kilos of fuel there rather than, what do we normally burn, 200 kilos per engine per hour. And like I say, we shouldn't have needed to do this, but Toto does have a good system that looks at the weather, so maybe it was cold overnight. And what it doesn't seem to do though is take into account the fact that the sun's been shining on it, but I suppose that would almost be, well, it wouldn't be impossible, it would just be very difficult. You don't know if the aeroplane's blocked by a hangar and is in shade or anything else, so I'm not going to fault him for that. Maybe it would be nice. I don't know if there is a button that says just quickly clear the wings. I would have pushed that before we went.
Round to cockpit. De-icing is complete. Surfaces are clean.
Thanks, buddy. See you later. There he goes, demolishing a gate. So, thrust we're not going to do because nothing should have gone in anyway. 2 minutes before using 10th stage. Yeah, I suppose maybe it's fair. APU shutdown. Interesting. Anyway. Pop those back on. And then we will crack on. Switch back over to Unicom. Radio panel set up. Look one. Yes.
Engine start checklist. Fuel system.
No. So,
Flight compartment engine start checklist.
we go.
Doors. Closed. Parking brake and pressure. Checked and set. Fuel quantity and balance.
20 kilos.
Beacon. On.
Put that back on.
Fuel boost pumps. On. Ignition. Armed. Engine 2 start.
Got the thumbs up. Start engine at number 2. So N2 turning ITT is still less than 120. M1's turning fuel on. Check that we had oil pressure, but we do. Fuel flow increases, ITT increases, oil pressure increasing. cut itself off.
Fuel system.
So left pump, right pump, left low, yep.
After start checklist.
Whoa, wrong one.
Generator 1 engine start checklist.
Fuel system.
Engine 1 start.
Amazing the habits you get into. Thumbs up, start engine number 1. So N2's turning, oil pressure's increasing, ITT's less than 120, N1's turning, 20% fuel on, load increasing, ITT's increasing, oil pressure increasing.
Engine start checklist complete. After start checklist, next. After start checklist. Generator 1 and 2.
So they are online available. Selected.
Checked AC and DC.
Buses are on. PRU's batteries charging.
Disarmed. Packs. On. 14th stage. Open. Cowl anti-ice. On. Check 45 seconds. Flight controls.
Full forward, full aft, full left, full right, full left rudder, right rudder.
Ground spoilers.
So, auto, disarm, no deployment, armed, deployed, back to auto, tracted,
Flight spoilers.
all the way to full. They deploy, half, to half, closed, closed.
Cowl anti-ice.
Cowl anti-ice is on.
Supplemental ground wing anti-ice. Test on. Fuel balance.
Go down to 10 kilos, 20,
Trims.
3 set.
No steer.
Not gonna. Let's see how we get on.
Armed. APR.
APR 1. Been in the M1, test 1 okay. 2, APR 2 test okay.
ADG unit.
Down. If it to go out, it does.
Supplemental ground wing anti-ice.
Just waiting for that.
Cowl anti-ice.
So off, off.
Wing anti-ice. Norm. 14 stage isolation valve.
Open, out, off.
Wing anti-ice.
2 green, wing anti-ice on, yellow N2 indication. So stand
Checked
by.
off. ATS. N1 TO. ATC TCAS. After start checklist complete. Taxi checklist next. Taxi checklist. Taxi lights. On. Wing and cowl anti-ice.
Not required.
Brakes and steering.
Check those in a moment. So we would have called up and asked for taxi. There is nobody to ask for taxi. So we are going to taxi to Victor 1. We're on 1228. Rotterdam traffic, Prefect 99 taxiing runway 06 hold via Foxtrot apron, Victor 1. Rotterdam traffic. No idea, actually, there's it's not particularly well labelled, so we are going to just go out. When 06 is in use, we'll take Yankee, which is the left hand. That's fine, that makes sense. So, it's 12:43, we're already late. 12:43, we've got 2060. We are clear to the left, clear to the right, immediate left turn, brake off. Oh, I know why. Chock's in, haven't we? Here you go. The belt braces approach. So we should have left nose wheel steering. All that came out. Did think it made it quicker. Okay, thumbs up, brakes, parking brake off. Once again, clear left, clear right. We wouldn't have stood and got the thumbs up from the ground crew if we still didn't chock it. The aeroplane moving, we immediately turn away from that. Brakes work. Steering works.
Reverse thrust.
Check that just once we get up here, and then we're going to do left again. So it's just a little one-way system here, depending on the runway in use, which kind of makes sense. So, left reverser. Right reverser. Have I broken something? Because I don't think M1TO both should say fail. Hello. Now I've seen the self-test. Something has broken with that because I've still got to go. Is that because of the power issue? Oh well, looks like I've broken ATS. Great. Oh well, we can do it manually, can't we? Old school Call of Duty. Wow, that takes me back. So, check the thrust reversers.
If taxiing the de-ice, pause checklist here until a paper de-ice checklist is complete. Flaps. 20.
So, what do I
Altimeters.
remember?
Set
Medal of Honor.
cross-check.
Downloading a
Radar
110 meg demo over dial-up.
On. Takeoff briefing.
That was fun.
Taxi checklist complete. Before takeoff checklist next.
10 hours to download 110 meg. You don't know you're living. So, despite anything, we've still got 88.5 TO shown. Can't up here. Okay. No. If let's put the FD off, let's put it back on. There we go. Put the nav back on. Happy days. So we're going all the way down. We're only a couple of minutes late. Should we call it 12:48 by the time we get going? Victor 2, no. Of course we can go from there. As we saw from the takeoff performance, we'll head down. This is an interesting wee dip. Rotterdam traffic, Prefect 99 lining up, taking off runway 06, Sommel departure, Rotterdam traffic.
Before takeoff checklist. Passenger signs. Advised on. Anti-collision light. On. Pros. On. Windshield heat. On. Wing and cowl anti-ice.
Not required.
Continuous ignition. On. ATC TCAS. TARA. Supplemental ground wing anti-SPM. Checked. CAS. Takeoff config OK.
Checked.
Landing, pulse, recog lights. On. Before takeoff checklist complete. After takeoff checklist next.
It is 12:48. Correct runway, correct heading. Bang, let's go. B1, there's rotate, there's us drifting off the runway. Pitching up quite violently. Positive rate, gear up. Onto the flight director. For above 500. Safe height. And a bit of a turn to the right. Ow. Incredibly out of trim. Pitch. Flaps up, safe height, safe speed. There is 200.
After takeoff checklist. Landing gear. Up. Flaps. 0. Thrust reversers. Off. Ignition. Off. Pressurization. Checked. PAX transition.
So we've got flight level change, which is a bit aggressive.
Completed. N1. Climb set. APU generator. Off. APU.
What did we say, 2-4?
Shutdown. Passenger sides.
Gonna leave them on for the moment.
CAS.
APR on, apart from that, clear.
After takeoff checklist complete.
How's the old frame rate doing? Back into the 30s, I can live with that. On track. So, the left turn, 215. Will be a bit more shallow than that. Yeah, Glenn, it is. Obviously, you don't have to, but we could just kick the fires and light the tyres. Start it up. There's 10, so the lights can come off. Just about to roll out the turn. Up like a rocket. And we're still max 220. But actually, as we're above 10, and there's nobody about, I'm going to just turn that up. Should have had the terrain radar on. Mind, weather radar doesn't work. There we are, intercepting quite nicely. So let's set 300. Flight level change isn't particularly violent by the looks of it. Maybe it is. Let's go VS 2000 and let the airplane. Even that's a bit keen, isn't it? Of course you can smooth it out, but here's Rotterdam. I've been there. It's well worth a visit. Quite liked Rotterdam. I probably wouldn't have chosen to go there, but on the itinerary, so yeah, exactly, you don't do it to do a decent flight. Although, I mean, I might start doing just a quick light up and go. With 300 flight level change, LNAV, AP, change, climb, happy, 013, go. Yeah, you're right though, you don't spend this much to do all of that, you might as well do it. But of course, it's a bit brutal. Not Carinado really that bad. Of course, at the end of the day, it's 6-ish. Yeah, at the end of the day, reality you check all those things because they could potentially fail, whereas we have no failures, so we know they're not going to. So you could look at it from either perspective, to be fair. Heathrow approach is on, so's London South, which is 425. Let's get them tuned up. That in mind, we might as well get the ATIS for Heathrow, passing 200, cabin's quite steady, should have taken a 10. You can see how this aeroplane is a lot busier. Just have a look. Visibility, traffic wise. So obviously that's a lot easier in real life than using Twiddle, than using the knobs. Actually, there are no cob knobs in this, so you do have to do that in reality. So, ABNED. Good. Checked. We might as well just stick to 300, I think. So let's tune and listen to the ATIS index. Data link is nothing for Northolt. Quick. So, it's information. India. 12:20, so we're expecting an update, automatic. (09) left, 70. Level surface wind 06013. Plumb that in. No, we won't use that one, to be honest. What? Why? I don't want you to go back. That's not helpful. 029. Not too fussed about the clouds because I'll get that from Northolt's weather. Let's go return with a request. Oh. I'm going to bother with Manchester because I don't think we'll be reverting. Get it if we need to. 9725 2942. Yes, you're right, Glenn. I mean, they might get it short notice, but yes, you get a rough idea. You may not know the exact stuff. So, just like flying in reality, I do most of my pre-flight. Well, obviously route planning and everything the night before. And then it's just a case of plumbing in the winds and everything all day. So 1250, that's nice and recent. 07015. This is the one, of course, we need to use. View at 39. 3900 broken, which is the limiting cloud ceiling. 4800. 7 minus 2. 2 9. No significant change. Did check the arrival, so that one on Lambourne, and then of course there is a discontinuity. We'll probably get an intercept, so it would be 25. It might be like a 40-degree intercept, to be honest, rather than 30. Because we're not going to go direct. We'll figure that out when we get there. Because otherwise it's going to be quite a tight turn. Why don't I give it... So that's... Just trying to think. I think it might even be something like a 60-degree inset because you need to separate Heathrow traffic. So 20 degrees would be 090. So let's add 50 onto that. 25 makes it 300. 300 and 2. Oh, okay, can't do it off of that. That's annoying. Because I don't know what that's going to be with from Lambourne. Oh well, just leave it as is. So, Zaman or Logan? Zaman is the FIR boundary. In Lambourne 6, I should have done this on the ground. There's Lambourne. We need Bovingdon. 1-1. B. We need that for the mist. Happy. And what is the mist? 309. It's 309 inbound to Bovingdon. Now the frame rate's back up in the 40s. Great consistency. Well done, X-Plane. Although in fairness, it's probably me. Bad admin. So we're going to track him down. We could do this manually if we need to. 264 is our track. Can always switch over the preset nav. We can just use the HSI as it was designed to be used. Weasel, that's a new waypoint, isn't it? 220 at Lambourne. Manage all of that. Logan at 2.5. Well, our cruise is lower than that. Does London South want to talk to me? Actually, probably not. So, let's actually pop 1972. Stand by, let's flick that one over. Have 2942. COM2 just in case. Good. So, set 160. Destination 1360 gives us 4360. No, don't want to do that. And Earth menu, approach. Temperature is 7. 029. What am I doing? Idiot. 07. Again. Might as well arm VNav. fine. 15 knot headwind. 1590 is that got beyond the threshold 07 1501. Interesting. Let's keep that in mind. So I'm on field length. So we should have just under 400 to spare. Climb gradients. Doesn't say anything about climb gradients on there. No, and our minimums. I'm actually going to set SRA no because we can't radar fix. Set 810. No, that's spectacularly higher than we need. Which is 696, visibility 3 cable. Weather's changed a bit. Orbiter sensor further up. And what are the speed restrictions? Weasel is max 250, so we can land down here at 300, 220 by the land. Got land at 68 miles. You probably can't see, but you have that on there. There's some traffic coming the other way. Put those on TCAS. Frame rate's down to the 30s. EPU is the limiting factor. Still got London South who aren't going to want to speak to us. And for approach call, we can get closer, probably from Lambourne. So it is quite a short flight, change. Set 16, 25 is the next point. Of course we are lower than that. It's a planned POS. So this is what I find interesting, these you will be cleared. Now these say that at 16, but if you are given in the UK descent flight of 9-0, then you just ignore all of them, which I don't know why they put them on like that if they're not used. And pretty sure in the UK we don't use descent via the SID, which sort of baffles me because the London TMA is particularly busy and don't quite know enough about air traffic to comment with any level of authority. Can do. Checked. So just bring the speed back a little, knowing that it's going to increase again. Oh no, that hasn't worked, has it? It's 280. Can do is monitor.
243, VATSIM 1, go for the rifle.
Oh no, that's London South. Shut up. But we can obviously monitor that. So there is Sabre, no speed restriction there. What I might actually do is set 7-0 because it's still well above MSAs, etc. So that was Heathrow approach saying he'll send a contact me, hopefully we'll get that. There's the coast. South end is out to our left. Hopefully the frame rates will hold. Traffic wise, somebody is behind us.
Descent checklist. Shoulder harness. Passenger signs.
So we might as well pop those on.
Pressurization.
Field elevation is basically 0.
Fuel quantity and balance.
We have not a lot of fuel. 1,500 kilos total. 30.
FMS. Landing data. Charts.
We have done, haven't we?
Approach briefing.
We've discussed we can't do a point, but we'll get some assistance from Heathrow. I doubt they're going to give us an SRA or a PAR, so vector for visual, which will probably be at Lambourne. We just be something like 270 outbound to get us in.
VNAV transition flight level.
We already did.
Descent checklist complete. In range checklist next.
To cloud, so let's pop those on. Now he wants me. To Ireland. Wonderful. Heathrow Director, good afternoon. Prefect 99 Chandler 650 information, India. Just overhead Sabre. The Logan 2 hotel passing flight 165.
Prefect 99 Heathrow Director, low score 2144, descent flight level 80.
Score 2144 and descent flight level 80. So, just keep that on.
Yankees, run on right, clear takeoff, service with 060 degrees, 12 knots. Clear takeoff, 9 right, clear landing the Yankee.
Right, I'm not going to pay attention to the chat for the moment, so apologies. Frame rate's taking a bit of a tank as well. Less than ideal.
London Heathrow, this is November 007. Request for clearance with IFR. Sorry, requesting IFR to Ireland. Ready to proceed.
Yeah, November 007, Roger. Report to your aircraft timing, please.
Yes, the aircraft is a Cessna Citation, traveling to the F4.
Sounds like somebody's got Flight Sim 2020.
Roger, clear to Cork, flight confident and flight plan rate. After departure, 09 right, cut straight ahead to London 2 DME, then turn right to the 220 degrees, cut altitude 6 miles feet.
Oh, that's going to be a disaster, isn't it?
Fire to Compton.
Yeah, not going to work, is it? Just like my frame rate, 22 frames a second. CPU going through the roof. Oh, sigh. Maybe it is. Well, and understand, otherwise you're not going to be able to fly.
Clear to Ireland, via Compton, the flight plans route after departure, runway 09 right, climb straight ahead to London, 2 DME.
Oh, Weasel, that's 250. Thanks for plane I'm actually set to 20. HPA. Excellent effort. I'm just going to set that.
About 140 and just confirm the altitude passing 4,000 feet to be led 580 Yankee. It's been 580 Yankee passing 4,000 feet, turn left heading 3 degrees centigrade.
Speed's coming back alright, let's pop the nets on.
It's been 766, Molly got 122 decimal 8 below.
122 decimal 8, deep 76, thanks, and good luck.
Brutal. Thanks Glenn, enjoy your lunch. So CPU's taking a hit.
Cleared to Larnaca, Delhi 1 Juliet, squawk 2253.
Gandhi, deadening 1 kilo departure, squawk 2253, speed bit 77.
77, correct.
24, 25, just about coping with it.
Call you back. Prefect 99, you can expect vectoring for information approach runway 07 or foul.
Expect vectors, visual 07, prefect 99, thanks.
Evelyn 14, terminal 4, position 4 to 1, request to push back and start off.
Information Juliet, border passengers to Glasgow as far. Two stations called, only got 1 break, shallow 1 foot.
So I'm actually going to bring it back to 200 just to keep it under control for us. 083 if we need to enter the hold.
Enter Glasgow, Juliet, 1 Juliet, departure to 0473 to 1472. To 1472, correct.
Evelyn 43, terminal 4, position 4 to 1, requesting push and start.
43, push and start approved.
So if we don't get clearance soon.
Virgin 55 from November Bravo 809 right, clear takeoff, surface wind 06, 2 degrees, 12 knots.
From November Bravo, copy the wind clear for takeoff, runway 0 like a right, Virgin 55.
399, leave Lambourne heading 265.
Leave Lambourne heading 265, prefect 99. Heading checked. At 200, as you can just about on the nav see that we are coming up. 22, 22. Great.
In range checklist. APU. Started. Altimeters.
Not required yet.
Avionics.
90.
External lights. On. N1 target. Set. APU PAX transition.
3547.
Avail completed. APU generator. On. CAS.
Checked.
In range checklist complete. Before landing checklist next.
Good afternoon, people Concord 90906 with Juliet, flight level 100 to Lambourne. Supervisor line 60 for Director, hello, descent, flight level 80, squawk 5016. 1080 and 5016 confirm. 76, thanks for the Concord 909.
Oh, frames are tanking. It's all the CPU, so. Oh. I apologise for the shoddy view. It is X-Pilot. I'm really annoyed that I update it. Oh, you don't have a chance, do you? You can refuse to update. Maybe I should have done that. Anyway, there's not much to see outside. I'll give you an outside view. There you go. No, even that doesn't help. Scenery shadows are off.
Director speed 1906. Do you have a heading for us off level?
So all I can do is apologise. How about a view from here for you guys? And I'm properly on instruments. Oh no, even that doesn't work, look. Junky. Why is that so bad?
Prefect 99, descent to flight level 70.
Descent flight level 70, Prefect 99.
Virgin 55, contact. Actually discard Virgin 55. Turn right to Link 280 degrees, climb to flight level 80.
Oh, let's get VNAV off. Suppose we could have kept 220 on, but 20 frames per second, that's unusable. Shame.
Just checking clearance.
What?
This message. Proceed over A320 near stand 501, post outbound nearest to Manchester. Proceed over code Manchester, Old Zip 1 Juliet, squawk 5411. Manchester, Old Zip 1 Juliet, squawk 5411.
19 frames per second, that's unusable.
Hello, Lufthansa full hotel Foxtrot passing flight level 170, descending 160, 320 with Juliet. Lufthansa 4, Hotel Foxtrot, Evo direct hello, descend to flight level 100. Level 100, Lufthansa full hotel Foxtrot.
Anybody going over the top of us? They're catching. He's got a sequences in. I would have expected something.
Perfect 9923, track bar 07, descent to altitude 3000 feet, QNH 1029.
Send altitude 3000 feet, QNH 102.
9096, descent to flight level 70. Descent level 70, disregard 9096. Measure 55, turning left away from the heading you gave me. Can you please turn right now, heading 290 degrees?
Bad noises. So there you go, you can see somebody behind us, so start descending. Was that behind us cleared? 096.
Heathrow, this is Shuttle 5 in Quebec, inbound Whiskey Charlie Oscar, flight level 190.
Level 5 in Quebec, Heathrow direct hello, descent to flight level 80.
Then flight level 80 with speed Shuttle 5 in Quebec.
20 frames per second. Look, all of this is wasted. Really don't think it's the Ortho that's doing that.
Shuttle 140, the 17, push and start approved, face south. South approved, face south, Shuttle 140. Richard 55, contact London control 129.45, point.
129.45, 55, thank you. Departure, GB Dolphin, speedbird 77, ready for push and start.
Speedbird 77, push and start approved, face south.
Face south, speedbird 77.
269 hotel, fly heading 265.
Heading 265, speedbird 969 hotel.
That's 9 hotel, descent to flight level 8.
Slough out to the left with the old power station. I don't know if that's still there. The lakes.
Prefect 99, turn left heading 240 degrees.
Left heading 240 degrees, Prefect 99.
Prefect 99, descent to altitude 2,000 feet.
Altitude 2,000 feet, Prefect 99.
Evelyn 43, request taxi, able intersection Sierra 7.
Evelyn 43, Roger taxi, Sierra hold Sierra 7.
Taxi via Sierra holding short Sierra 7, heading for clear.
Go for Lima, turn left, green, sorry, prefect 99, turn left heading 110 degrees.
Left heading 110 degrees, prefect 99.
Prefect 99, the field will be at or 11 o'clock range, about 7 miles from port inside.
Okay, prefect 99.
Spin 9096, 13 miles 09 left, descent to altitude 3000 feet, QNH 1029.
3000 feet, QNH 1039, keep it 9096.
Negative 1029.
Okay, so that may have been a little bit key.
1029, thanks, keep it 9096.
Lufthansa 4 Hotel Foxtrot, descent, flight level 80.
Lufthansa 4 Hotel Foxtrot, descent level 80.
Control director, radar 1673, standard 329, ready for pushback and startup.
Tower 1673, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, radar 1673.
Shall see the impact. Prefect 99, dim fluid side.
Prefect 99.
Prefect 99, clear to visual approach, runway 07.
Clear visual 07, prefect 99. Oh, that tanking frame rate. Checked.
Come up with a few issues, we're going to be a minute on pushback. Standby, spin line 69 Hotel, descent to flight level 70.
70, speed 969, okay.
Stop on 417, push. Sorry, take
Before
it.
landing checklist. Landing gear
We've
level.
just had some technical issues, we're going to be a
Down
minute on the
indicated.
pushback here.
Nose steer. Arm centered clear. Anti-skid.
Delta Lima
Hard
taxi,
testing.
Alpha, hold
Passenger signs. On. Wing cowl anti-ice.
Oh, we're massively high.
Shuttle 58, Quebec, leave Bombington, heading 180 degrees.
Leave Bombington 180 degrees, Shuttle 58 Quebec.
Spin 969 Hotel, speed 220 knots or greater.
20, speed 969, hotel.
Negative, adjust speed 969 Hotel.
So that's a pretty hairy rate of
Shuttle 58
descent.
Quebec, fly speed 220 knots.
Continuous ignition.
220 knots or less for Shuttle 58 Quebec.
Thrust
Just
reversers.
220 knots exactly, please.
Armed. Spoilers.
220 knots for 58 Quebec.
Stowed auto. Flaps.
Foxtrot approaching Lamborn.
Set. Cats.
To give you instruction, Lufthansa 4 Hotel Foxtrot, leave Lamborn, heading 265.
Before landing checklist complete.
Lamborn heading 265.
After landing checklist
4 Hotel
next.
Foxtrot.
There we go. Rescued that.
Spin 9096, turn left, heading 180 degrees.
Frame rate tanking as well doesn't help.
Concord 9096.
Prefect 99, landing at discretion 07, the wind is 072 degrees 15 knots.
At my discretion 07, prefect 99. So we are still not quite stable, but correcting.
November, correction speed 969 Hotel, 30 miles 09 left, descent to altitude 3000 feet, QNH 1029.
Continue, we're still a little bit high, but correcting.
1029, speed 969, hotel.
Level 58, Quebec, descent to flight level 7.
Been a bit easier if I hadn't been having to
770 Quebec.
look down all the time.
Give it ground, ready for taxi.
Stand by, correct speed 9096.
There we go.
Heading 120 degrees from established localizer, 09 left, descent to left glide.
Left radar heading 120 degrees on established localizer on the left descent glide, speed back Concord 9096.
Shuttle 58, Quebec, 35 miles.
Getting rid of those trees helped as well.
3000 feet, QNH
There.
1029.
3000 feet, QNH 1029, Shuttle 58 Quebec.
50, 40,
Shuttle Lima, continue straight ahead, hold to the left,
20.
runway 10.
continue straight ahead, hold at runway 10 for short Lima.
Did a bit of a bounce.
Lufthansa flight level 70.
Lufthansa 400 Foxtrot, descend level 70.
Shuttle 58 Quebec, turn right to the 240.
Reversers are stowed.
Landing again for Shuttle 58 Quebec.
That was relatively comfortable, to be honest.
240 degrees.
Having to
Right heading 240.
aggressively stop.
Domestic line hotel, turn left to the 200 degrees, speed 180 knots or greater.
It's 28.
Spin left 69 hotel, turn left to the 200 degrees, speed 180 knots or greater.
Turn left heading 200, speed 180.
Or greater, please.
Or greater.
Shuttle 2 Lima, 09 right, clear takeoff, wind 060 degrees, 12 knots.
Takeoff 09 right, Shuttle 2 Lima.
Berlin 43 behind you, departing British Airways 320, line up 09 right behind.
Guns departing traffic company British Airways, line up away runway 09 right behind.
Effect 99 vacated 07 Norfolk.
River 99, roger, taxi into the discussion boy.
Thanks, boy. So really,
Quebec, turn right to the 2.
After landing checklist. Landing pulse recog lights. Off. Anti-collision lights. Off. Continuous ignition.
Quebec, turn right by 10 degrees.
Off. Windshield heat.
Turn right
Off.
by 10 degrees, Shuttle 5.
Hose. Off. Wing anti-ice. Off. Cowl anti-ice. Spoilers. Stowed. Flaps. 0. ATC TCAS. Alt on. Radar mode. Standby. After landing checklist complete. Engine shutdown checklist next. Engine shutdown checklist. Taxi lights. Off. Parking brake.
so really we should end up going over to Unicom or something. The field. Stop here on 5. VIP stand. We're VIPs today.
Set. Reverse thrust. Stowed. Generators 1 and 2.
But yeah, I've got to do that.
Off. Engine 2 shut down. Fuel boost pumps. Off. Fuel system.
Hang on. Did he do that? No. Right, low pressure. Taking so long there, is it? Frame rate.
Engine 1 shut down. Check ITT below 350 degrees Celsius.
Checked.
Anti-ice. Off. 14th stage. Off. Beacon. Off. No steer. Off. ATC TCAS.
So, gonna set
Standby 0. Parking brake if chocked.
no, we are chock.
Passenger signs. Off. Cabin differential. 0 PSI. Engine shutdown checklist complete. Securing checklist next.
So we're not going to do that, are we? Let's give the hot start a call. Only because going back doesn't seem to work.
Hot start flight support. Jenny speaking. How can we help?
Hello, Jenny. Well, if you could help my frames, that would be brilliant. But come and get them. Come and get the packs.
Of course. I'll have that over with you in a minute or two. Anything else?
No thanks. Oh, actually, yes, we probably need to.
Of course. I'll have that over with you in a minute or two. Anything else?
That's it.
Always a pleasure. Take care.
So, I am going to go and round. What I'm going to do, disconnect this pilot. And then if kill X pilot, that's interesting that it hasn't helped. find that quite strange. I've been putting the blame in the wrong place. The objects are what is hurting. We're disconnected. What I might do is just reduce the objects down, which is terrible, but I don't know what the drama is. Anyway, let's wait for the packs to disembark. We are going to leave the APU running. Because we're off to Newcastle next. And we need 2557, so we definitely need. I need to check for Lanta. Welcome to Northolt. Landing rate minus 390. Yeah, I mean, maybe it was. The approach was not great. I thought we were lower than we actually were. Didn't have that guidance. Could have done that custom waypoint. I know it's not in database, but we're done with that.
Our ride is here. Thank you, Captain.
You're
Always
welcome.
such a pleasure flying with you.
See ya.
Have a nice rest of your day.
So, we're going to get some fuel in a moment. I'm probably going to get a lot more than I need because we're going to leave the APU running. I might check the oil as well. "39-minute flight time." So, what I'm going to do is reload. That is Heathrow. The next leg. It's fine. Just need to load the flight plan in a moment. Fuel dude is here. Let's go.
Alright, Captain. Fuel truck is hooked up. Just let me know how much fuel you need. Or would you like to go tanks full today?
So I'm going to add an allowance for the APU running for 25 minutes. 2557. Take away 270. Means we need 1287. Divided by 0.811. Equals 15869. So let's take 1800 litres.
Alright, I'm gonna go start up the pump.
Hopefully it will do that in the background while we go into the FBO passengers. Can we run the APU while fueling? Don't see why not. I could be wrong. Somebody tell me if I am wrong. Cool. So, nothing else to do. Actually, let's put a... That wasn't a bad part. Let's pop a chock in.
Welcome to Hot Start Flight Support. How can we help you today?
Hello again, Jenny. So we are expecting a 1400 out. That's already being done. Got 2 crew, 2 packs, 20 minutes.
Of course, Captain. I'll get that organized for you right away.
Now I hope everything else is being remembered. So, it's quite a lot to do for a turnaround, isn't it? Apologies for the noise. Let's get the latest briefing. Double check that it is correct. BUZAD up to Newcastle. On the VATSIM. Flight plan filed. 3 days. Also happy days, right? Volanta's running. VATSIM flight plan done. Apologies about the noise. He's still fueling, so well done Toto for the coding. That means that I can walk back into the FBO and everything else is still going on. It's brilliant. Frame rate is still... I swore there. Frame rate is still bad. Swapping the charts over. And what time? So we touched down at 28. Shut the engines down. Just set the timer running then. So we were a little bit late. So, how do we get back?
After landing checklist complete. After landing checklist. After landing checklist. Before
Refueling is
landing
complete,
checklist
Captain.
complete.
Do you need anything else?
So he's given us 2660 or so.
Okay, just one quick signature on here, and I'll be on my way. Here's a copy for your records. Have a nice day.
In range checklist, descent check, immediate return after takeoff checklist, before takeoff checklist, taxi checklist. If taxi, after start checklist, engine start, flight compartment checklist.
Quick turn checklist. Pressurization panel.
The one we want. So pressurization panel. We need 3050 set. About there. And Newcastle. Let's get the charts up. Got to accept my apologies for this being such a tragic mess. Not sure which runway we're going to use, but off the parking stand chart, it's 266. Out there.
Anti-ice panel.
Checked off.
Fuel panel.
Let's jump back in our seat. Head over here. Put that to off. Those.
Clock and FMS fuel used.
Flight time now. It's in Prague. Let's actually do this then. So let's clear everything out. Has it cleared doing it that way? Maybe it has. Page 2. I I think FMS fuel used is gone.
Trims. Mock trim.
So trims are all on. For takeoff.
ATIS in clearance.
Uh-oh. X-Pilot just caused death. Oh, PC death as well. Great. It's not what I wanted at all. Everything has died. Thanks, X-Pilot. So X-Pilot is definitely causing something. So, do I keep the stream running after that? Let me load it up and then see if we can load up X-Pilot separately. X-Pilot on my other monitor. Everything else is still running. Now we're going to have to make do with Volanta. Just me restarting X-Plane. So, nothing should need to be done. I guess it is X-Pilot causing grief. Challenger. So, I'm just loading up, sorry. Go on. X-Pilot is definitely causing grief. I wonder if I can get the previous version because that seemed quite happy, although I know I did kill the plugin once or twice. So that may not have helped. Charts while I think about it. We should be able to resume the latest state, so the APU should be running and everything else, which is good. Thank you very much for the auto saves. It's just incredibly frustrating. Just want a nice stable flight sim. And X-Pilot is a good client, but this one seems to be having issues. So how are we getting to Newcastle? RIMTO 1 November. How are we departing Northolt? We are going to BUZAD. The X-ray 07, yes. Unfortunately, of course, with the Ortho, it takes a while to load. BUZAD SID, there we go. And it'll probably make Volanta go. So BUZAD, we've got the arrival. We don't know what runway is going to be in use. Newcastle, but we can have a guess. Probably going to be 07. Probably not going to be any TC. Where's it going to get us? Steve. So vectors to the ILS is what we expect on arrival. Cut. So Rook C 5.5. We Just go straight to the 10-mile fix. Four minutes ago, latest save state, parked. Yes, let's do that. We shouldn't have to do anything else. But I am going to go to the desk. Have a look on the menu. Everything does still appear to be running. So you can look here, show service status. Packs coming to the FBO. Good, so it has remembered everything. Frames are still bad. But then I can set that to high performance. Oh, that hasn't actually helped. Interesting. So maybe it is an X-Pilot. So high performance makes no difference. It's actually better the other way. Very strange. So chocks in, the packs are on their way. The aeroplane's still running, we've still got fuel. Still part way through the checklist. Let's see if we can X-Pilot. Is there a little drop in FPS there? Possibly. It's connected fine. I'm not really convinced that there's much more I can do. Let's switch comm there. Okay, so the cabin's still warm. We could happily have the packs join us. Not going to bother with checking the oil, I don't think. So, ATIS. Of course, we've got no flight plan, etc. That's fine. So, get weather. Get Heathrow ATIS in a moment. So 1320 07, really? 10k plus 4,000 broken at 1,800, which is 7, saying 10, minus 3, 028, and that'll be 1029 for Heathrow, probably. Departure signal send. And it's kilo that it's down somewhere else. $13.20 automatic. 09 left and right. Term is the runway we'll be using even with a tailwind. 070 12 10k or more. Of course we could do this via radio. There's about 100 feet difference between Northolt and Heathrow. 7 minus 2 029, that's what we'll get as we depart. That's fine.
Shuttle 1472 coming through final 10.
Let's turn that off. So, menu, and recall. Should give us the latest, so we can do it this way this time. Latest clearance. I was trying to type here and it's not working. So flight plan loaded, sec flight plan, the alternate is to GLL. Check the route, BUZAD. Tango 420, AKUPA, Upper Yankee 250, RIMTO. Excellent. Activate. Execute. So 0 fuel 12734. And I'll scribble this down. So with that in mind, let's go COM 1, that one, COM switch 72. Get clearance in a moment. Our cruise out 340.
Rhino 202, should I contact on? There's no ground on mine. Rhino 242, taxi your left, Bravo right Lima, hold Lima 1. Rhino 242, I'll repeat it next.
So, whatever, close enough. Enable cruise out, really? Discontinued. Weird. If the RNAV 07. So, and can we go direct? Have a look and see if we can. That looks like it's got rid of that unable cruise. RIMTO. Yes, I was expecting that. 07. India, right. So.
Hello, Captain. It's Jenny from Hot Start Flight Support. Your passengers have arrived. Shall I have them brought to the plane?
Yeah, well, it's warm and they can come and sit.
Understood. They'll be there in a couple of minutes. Anything else?
No, that's it. Thanks, Jenny.
Always a pleasure. Take care.
So, done that. That is obviously count and I think reducing based on use. 2730. So that's done. We'll do the winds in a moment. And And our estimated departure is 14:15. Reach to make that. Final reserve 400 again. Taxi fuel is probably only going to be 50, so as is. VNAV setup, so we're doing 378 again. I'm sure there's a way I can take these. 6,000 in the London 8. 82. 340, and then for descent into Newcastle, it's also 6,000 there, so 70, 78, 300 again. You can index route, update, send. Have a look at the departure. Speed restrictions 700, max 250, well, big 200 then. And the initial is 3. And the frame rate is rubbish. Why have we got 2144 set?
Right into Bravo and hold off to Lufthansa 1 X-ray uniform.
Heathrow Director, good afternoon. Hello again. Prefect 99.
Showing down, thanks for the ATC. Bye-bye.
Okay, you blocked everyone by putting that private line on your
Hello,
computer
Captain. Hope you are doing well today.
Yes,
Great.
AFA, Prefect 99.
There's nobody else coming along today, so as far as we're concerned, we're all good to go.
Cleared Newcastle BUZAD 3 X-ray squawk 2144, Prefect 99.
Private line correct. Takeoff at your discretion northbound. The wind is 0780 degrees. Once I've got support out.
Okay, Prefect 99. So, ATIS clearance.
CPDLC. FMS.
So we'll do the FMS perf 214. And we are effectively, everyone's on board. 1400, but I think it's not to taxi out. So, perf 7. It's not, I'm going to call it 8. And what have we got here? 08017. There are 29. Actually, 1028. Runway 07, yes. Takeoff. Nine 52, 1682. We could probably take an intersection, but I won't bother because it's short in. Send those through.
Takeoff data. Avionics. Charts. Flight instruments.
So, you have been cleared, so I can set 3. M1TO, out select, on nav as well. The departure runway heading 070. Set. Terrain radar off. What have we got? LNAV, ATS, TO, 278, 70. It's 1 initially. I'll set the nav aids up in a moment. 1112, 121, 133, 149. Bug. On have armed, out select armed, 3000. Matched set VSI is 0, 88.9 TO.
Anti-skid.
Is armed. Test the green light never works on a second time.
Parking brake.
Brake. I am going to reselect.
Passenger signs. Departure briefing.
So we haven't quite finished setting up the nav aids for the departure. We need Biggin Hill 1151 on nav 2. And on nav 1 we need Ockham 1153. But we are using FMS. Nav 1, comms set, not going to be speaking to London North. MSA's 23 is the highest.
Emergency procedures. Pins. Shocks.
So, shall we remove said shock? The brake is on.
Quick turn checklist complete. Quick turn checklist complete.
Flight compartment checklist. Engine start checklist complete.
Steven 922 Bravo, hello, climb now, flight level 180 and report your passing altitude.
Passing 5,000 feet times flight level 180, speed burn.
Something weird's just gone on there.
Correction 922 Bravo.
2942.
After start checklist complete.
What?
Engine start checklist complete. Flight compartment checklist. AC and DC electrics. Nav lights, logo light. Engine start checklist complete.
No. Right, let's do this again, shall we? Checklists.
Flight compartment checklist. Engine start checklist. Doors. Closed. Parking brake and pressure. Checked and set. Fuel quantity and balance.
Ryanair 242, roger.
Okay, so we have got 100 kilos. We'll sort that. Taxi.
Beacon.
Oh. Hang on, who was the other station calling then?
I think it was a KLM 878 just west of your airspace, Fokker 100 inbound London City.
On. Fuel boost
KLM 878, hello, Bedek 1.
On. Ignition. Armed. Engine 2 start.
Request start. Thumbs up. So, not on. And it's 1407. Starts engine number 2. So N2's turning, oil pressure is indicating 20% N2, N1's turning, ITT is slowly dropping once we get to 120, fuel on, fuel flow increases, ITT increases, pressure is gradually increasing, spectacularly well.
Fuel system.
There we go. Boot it up.
Engine 1 start.
Start engine number 1. Thumbs up, start number 1. N2's turning, oil pressure is rising, 20% ITT is not 120 yet. N1 is turning, so that's starting to cool the ITT down. 120, fuel on, fuel flow increases, T increases as is oil pressure, although particularly quickly. Maybe I will give it 15 minutes
Engine
on
start
arrival.
checklist complete. After start checklist, next. After start checklist. Generator 1 and 2. On, checked AC and DC. Ignition. Disarmed. Packs. On. 14th stage. Open. Cowl anti-ice.
Don't need to do that.
Flight controls.
Do need to do that, always. Full forward, full off, full left, full right, full left rudder, right rudder.
Ground spoilers.
Don't need to do that.
Flight spoilers.
Or that.
Cowl anti-ice.
Or that.
Supplemental ground wing fuel balance.
That. So, got 110, I will pop that on now to sort that out.
Trims.
Set. Try 5.6.
No steer.
The chock is out.
Armed. APR.
Got checked. 1 and 2.
ADG unit. Supplemental ground wing anti-ice. Cowl anti-ice. Wing anti-ice. 14 stage isolation valve. Wing anti-ice. ATS.
ATS.
N1 TO. ATC TCAS.
On.
After start checklist complete. Taxi checklist next.
You come now, bye bye.
Taxi checklist. Taxi lights. On.
S29
Cowl
Foxtrot Golf,
anti-ice.
Unicom, bye bye.
Brakes and steering.
Moonraker 15, climb flight level 370, and Monitor Unicom 122, goodbye.
370, over to Unicom, Moonraker 15, good day.
Zap 891, same here, Monitor Unicom 122.8, goodbye.
128 for Zap 891, thank you.
Moonraker 480, sorry, basic service outside.
Go. So steering brakes checked.
Reverse thrust.
Air France
Taxi, the de-ice,
928
cost
descent
flaps.
to altitude 4,000 feet,
20.
QNH 1029.
Altimeters.
Descent to 4,000 feet, QNH 2029. Correction, 1029 for Air France 9282.
Speedbird 19 Papa Mike, route direct Lelna. Speedbird.
Sorry, what was that? Speedbird 19 Papa Mike.
Direct Lelna. Direct Lelna.
Goodness.
Okay, speedbird 922 Bravo, climb flight level 290.
Sorry,
Climb flight level 290, speedbird 229 Bravo.
Shuttle 96 Hotel Delta, climb Unicom 122.8, goodbye. Shuttle 96 Hotel Delta, climb on Unicom, goodbye.
Well, that's the Shuttle 96 Hotel Delta.
Yeah, Unicom, bye-bye. Bring please the stand to the 1 X-ray uniform, 060 degrees, 12 knots, runway 099, clear for takeoff.
Something is not happy.
E61 Hotel Charlie, climb flight level 120.
Level 120, E61 Hotel Charlie.
So 12028.
5,000 feet.
Saturn
3
cross
Hello, climb now,
Radar
flight level 240.
On. Takeoff briefing.
Lufthansa 5,
Taxi checklist complete. Before takeoff checklist.
stand by. Lufthansa 5 X-ray Alpha behind the departing company 320 from full length, line up from way 09 right, 5 November, stand behind. Lufthansa 5 X-ray Alpha behind departing company, traffic line up 9 right, 5 November, stand behind.
United 265 is uptype Airbus Alpha 20 November at 7,000 feet.
Roger. I will give you a call in a moment. And all stations, just bear with me. We're just opening up another split, so please don't check in and call for anything. I will let you know once that controller is open and who needs to go where.
Thank you. KLM 878, request for the descent.
Negative.
Brutal.
C235 Whiskey, contact Gatwick Director 126.825, goodbye.
Gatwick Director 126.825, easy 235.
So we will actually hold
France
it.
9282, turn right, heading 050 degrees.
050 degrees, 9282.
United 265, fly heading 130 degrees, and check you have standard pressure set please, 1013.
Fly heading 130 degrees, up to 01013. Swiss 36 Alpha, requesting to continue descent.
Swiss 36 Alpha descend, flight level 140.
Descending level 140.
So our minimum takeoff fuel 1984 2455, so it's still a bit.
Sorry, Shuttle 3 Victor, in fact, direct well in.
Roger, well in, Shuttle Victor.
Heathrow Director Prefect 99 ready for departure 07 Northolt.
Yeah, just opening another frequency, so just stand by please.
So really, I think that the instruction should have been hold. Our previous instruction was to take off and just call airborne. Could be interesting.
Controller, France 9282, request further descent.
France 9282, descend 3,000 feet, cleared ILS 09 left.
Descent 3000, cleared ILS 09 left for Air France 9282.
Easy 19, correction, easy 129, Foxtrot, turn left, heading 280 degrees.
Left 280 degrees, easy 129 Fox.
United 265, I need you maintaining flight level 70 on standard pressure, please.
United 265, maintaining flight level 70 on standard pressure, QNH 1013.
Lufthansa 1 X-ray uniform, climb now, flight level 140.
Climb level 140, full of
So 700 left turn inset.
Non-control is 108, with you, flight level 000.
Okay, 2-1.
009 from Oscar.
214, contact London 135.8.
John 135 decimated, speed basis 14.
At all stations, the new controller is now online, so just give me some patience whilst I just transfer you to the right people.
Just sitting here burning our fuel. Everything appears to be going off. Great. Could do with a toilet break as well.
Easy 723, push and start. Swiss 36 Alpha, flight level 140.
Yep, as I said, some patience please, just while I transfer you over to the new controller. Right, Lufthansa 5 X-ray Alpha. Runway 09 right, clear for takeoff, surface wind 060 degrees, 12 knots. Lufthansa 5 X-ray Alpha, 09 right, clear for takeoff.
What's the frequency of the new controller?
Flight level 80.
Flat. A second please for 36 Alpha.
So 009.
Swiss 36 Alpha, descend, flight level 80.
0.
Descending flight level 80, Swiss 36 Alpha.
Easy 129, Foxtrot, descend to altitude 3,000 feet, south end, QNH 1028.
3,000, QNH is 1028, easy 129 Fox.
Easy 1408, contact London 135.8.
135.8, easy 108.
Air France 9282, contact London 135.8.
135.8, good day for Air France 9282.
VBID 19 Papa Mike, climb flight level 350.
Roger, climb flight level 35019 Papa Mike.
VBID 922 Bravo, nothing further, monitor Unicom 122.8.
122.8, thank you, DHC, have a nice day.
Well, frequency for clearance, but right,
Heathrow, please.
0 degrees.
Jeez.
Easy 129 Foxtrot, turn right, heading 070 degrees.
Right, 070, easy 129 Fox.
With 36 Alpha, contact London 135.8.
London 135.8, Swiss 36 Alpha, have a good stream, see ya.
Thank you, United 265, turn right heading 240 degrees.
Right heading 240 degrees, United 265.
Lufthansa 5 X-ray Alpha, contact London 135.8. 135.8, Lufthansa 5 X-ray Alpha. Metal 3 Victor, monitor Unicom now 122.
So it's not that unrealistic. At Northolt, you have to wait for release to slot in.
Yeah. KLM 878, descend flight level 160.
Descend flight level 160, KLM 878.
Easy 129 Foxtrot, report you're heading to London 135.8. Report heading to 135.8, easy 129 Foxtrot, thanks, have a great day. And you, yeah. Easy 144, monitor Unicom now 122.8, goodbye.
Monitor Unicom, and just to confirm, would you like me to still continue climb to flight level?
So we can hold for about 15
Do what
minutes.
you like on Unicom now, break, Chanix 945, monitor Unicom 122.8, goodbye. And easy correction, Ryanair 552 Golf, monitor Unicom 122.8, goodbye.
Monitor Unicom 122.8, Ryanair 552 Golf.
ALM 878, contact London 135.8, goodbye.
London 135.8, good luck on the KLM 878, ciao. London says, would you advise who's getting top down at Heathrow, please?
135.8, break, Lufthansa 1 X-ray uniform, monitor, no, in fact, sorry, climb, flight level 350.
Climb level 350, Lufthansa 1 X-ray uniform. 35.8, thanks a lot.
Could have just switched.
65, report you're heading to London, correction to Gatwick 126.825.
Report heading to Gatwick 126.825. Easy 723, push and start.
Easy 723, contact London 135.8.
Decimal 8 photo center for Easy 723.
Why don't we just try that?
Heading 100 degrees, KLM 878.
Divot 2214, left 220 degrees.
Right, I'm going to go for a quick toilet break and then come back, just in case we're waiting a bit too long.
Alpha turn right, heading 300 degrees.
Right 300, Renate and Alpha.
The 5X Alpha climb, flight level 180. Left as a 5X Alpha climb level 180.
London Center, Easy 722 at Heathrow ground request, push and start.
723, London, contact Heathrow 119.725.
That was for 36 Alpha. Alpha contacting Heathrow.
Oh, no contact Heathrow, I didn't get that.
Yep.
No, sir, stay with me.
Oh, it's my bad. Stay with you, 36 Alpha.
1408, climb flight level 170.
Climb flight level 170, if you want to it.
The 2214, what heading you following?
This is 14220.
You're nowhere near 220, so we're 2214, okay. 2214, left 160 degrees, report the airport. 60.
Left towards?
120 degrees, report the airport inside.
Chaos and the joys.
120 degrees, report the airport inside.
878, turn right, heading 110 degrees.
Right heading 110 degrees, 878, sending back for lower if you have it.
Sky Trouble 8856, London, turn left heading 020 degrees, climb flight level 120.
What was the heading again, please? Sky Trouble
856. Alpha, left heading 265.
And then 365, 36 Alpha.
36 Alpha, Heathrow 119.725.
Correct.
Heathrow Director, good afternoon, Prefect 99.
Heathrow Director, good afternoon, Swiss 36 Alpha View, flight level 80 on vectors.
Swiss 36 Alpha Heathrow Director, hello, roger.
Hello, Heathrow Director, radio check first of all, please.
Ugh.
35 Heathrow Director, hello, readability 5.
Okay, Shuttle 35, the A320 Neo, RAM 508. No, I'm not, I've moved, sorry. I'm in that region, 508. Requesting clearance to Vienna.
35 Heathrow Director, roger. Stand 533. You cleared to Vienna. Detling 1 Juliet, departure, squawk 1471.
1471, clear to Vienna on the Detling 1 Juliet departure. Shuttle 35.
Shuttle 35, correct?
Split it off.
Station taken.
Split it off, coming straight to closer.
Enjoy Holding Simulator if you're watching. Great fun.
Beaver 2214 Heathrow Director, hello, surface wind 060 degrees, 12 knots, runway 209 left, clear to land.
Runway 09 left, split it off.
36 Alpha, 35 miles, 09 left, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1029.
Second please heading.
Oh.
Bus 36 Alpha, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1029.
Break your own champagne out, chaps.
Descending 4,000, QNH 1021, 36 Alpha.
Heathrow, Air France 9282 at Alpha 8, ready for further taxi instructions.
France 9282, Heathrow Director, hello, taxi left onto Alpha, right on Lima, stand 248.
Left on Alpha, right on Lima, stand 248 for Air France 9282.
Shuttle 5, request push, please.
Shuttle 35, stand 533, push and start approved, face south.
Yep, push to approve, face south. Shuttle 35.
Heathrow Director, Prefect 99, holding short 07 north, all ready for departure.
Perfect 99, Heathrow Director, hello, standby.
Doesn't need a read back.
Perfect 99, runway 07, takeoff at your discretion, surface wind 050 degrees, 12 knots.
Take off my discretion 07, Prefect 99, thank you.
Before takeoff checklist.
Swiss 36
Passenger
Alpha,
signs.
turn right heading 360 degrees.
Advise on. Anti-collision light. On. Pros. On. Windshield heat. On. Wing and cowl anti-ice.
Not required.
Continuous ignition. On. ATC TCAS. TARA. Supplemental ground wing anti-ice panel. Checked. CAS. Takeoff config OK.
Checked.
Landing, pulse, recog lights. On. Before takeoff checklist complete. After takeoff checklist next.
Swiss 36 Alpha 4000.
Swiss 36 Alpha, descend to altitude 3,000 feet, speed 180 knots.
Continue 3000 and speed 180, Swiss 36
Oh, that was a pretty poor lineup.
Beaver 2214, taxi
Anyway,
right
it's
on
28,
Alpha,
let's go.
stand 512.
Right into Alpha, stand 1, Swift 5.
B1. Rotate. That was twitchy. Positive rating. Gear up.
T723, taxi straight Charlie, right on Alpha, hold at Hawker.
Safe height, safe speed. Lamps up.
Charlie Alpha to runway 09 right, correct?
Stand by, Swiss 36 Alpha, time routing 060 degrees, will establish localizer, runway 09 left, descend on the glide path.
060 and continue descent to end, establishing glide path, Swiss 36 Alpha.
Twitchy.
After takeoff checklist. Landing gear. Up. Flaps. 0. Thruster reserves. Off. Ignition. Off. Pressurization.
Prefect 99, BUZAD 3 Yankee.
Pass transition.
G3000.
Prefect 99, thank you, contact line of control 132.6, bye-bye.
Under 132.6, thanks for service.
Completed. N1.
T723.
Climb set. APU generator.
Fox, runway vacated.
Off. APU.
129 Fox, thank you, taxi select, bye-bye.
Shutdown.
Sanchez,
Passenger signs.
London Prefect 99, BUZAD 3 Yankee, 3,000 feet. Victor Golf Lima, it's Prefect.
Prefect 99, under control, climb now, flight level 140.
I'm now flight level 140, Prefect 99. So, with that in mind, we are going to go.
Land control, good afternoon, Eurowings 2464, on flight level
ATS off.
160, reach at Sabo.
Wings 2464,
Flight level change.
flight level 80.
50.
Eurowings 2464.
878, expedite descent.
Expediting 878.
2464, flight heading 235.
Heading 235, Eurowings 2464.
Prefect 99, London, flight heading 335, squawk 4223.
Heading 335, squawk 4243, Prefect 99.
99, maintain 4,000 feet.
Just busted through it, apologies, Prefect 99.
We descend to altitude 4,000 feet. Prefect 99, descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
Descending Prefect 99. You can't just give us that 335.
Wings 2464, you're going the wrong way, it's heading 235.
Sorry, 235, Eurowings 246.
878, left 250 degrees.
I should have left 250 level now for 6,000 now, KLM 878.
Sorry, Tom Jet 552, climb now, flight level 120.
Flight level 120, Top Jet 552.
878, descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
Descend to altitude 4,000 feet, KLM 878.
Body control, flight Tango, request climb and request direct Tango.
No can do. It's Eurowings 2464, redirect Lamborn.
Direct on board for Eurowings 2464.
Follow down to Tango, contact London Control 132.6.
1326, thanks, bye.
Bit 709, redirect Ockham, Oscar, Charlie.
Guess it could have done with a bit of coordination. I appreciate we're doing something non-standard, but it shouldn't be that much of a drama.
Take 99, climb flight level, sorry, climb to altitude 6,000 feet.
Climb altitude 6,000 feet, Prefect 99.
Bit 709, redirect Ockham, Oscar, Charlie, Kilo.
Good, airplane's doing what it should.
CAS.
Checked.
After takeoff checklist complete.
Oh, that was a cluster.
78, redirect center, fix, LS27, descend with transition.
I'm sorry, say again, instruction.
Bit 78, route direct to centre fix, clear Dallas from weight 27.
Roger, now prepare to ILS 09 at city. What's missing here?
Gigabyte 78, flying 270 degrees, vectors ILS 09.
Heading 270 and vector ILS 09, kilometer 78, thank you very much.
Subject 8 at Lima Yankee, contact London 132.6.
132.6, Sandra 8, Lima Yankee, great job, see ya.
Mate 78, let's make a heading 255.
Heading 255, copied, 878.
Vector 99, climb flight level 140.
Climb flight level 140, prefect 99.
Vector 99, London 1326, bye-bye.
London 132.6, prefect 99, thanks, bye.
Bird 709, descend, flight level 80.
London, hello, Ryanair 1, Yankee Victor, passing, flight level 170.
1 Yankee Victor, London Control, roger. Tomjet 552, turn left heading 185, climb flight level 170.
Left heading 185 degrees, climb flight level 170, Tomjet 552.
Bird 221, almost, yeah, it just needs to be odd, so climb flight level 350.
London prefect 99, radar heading 335 degrees, climbing flight level 140, passing flight level 67.
Prefect 99, London, hello, climb flight level 340.
Climb flight level 340, prefect 99. Well, that was busy.
Line at 5929, squawk is 2724.
Sorry, 2724 right there. Right and turn on the squawk is set.
Thank you.
ATSM on climb.
Tango Oscar, route direct, COTEM. Foxtrot Papa Tango Oscar, route direct, COTEM.
Route direct, COTEM, I was receiving my FMC, thank you.
Alright.
Good evening, Grid 700 with you, flight level 380.
Grid 700 London, hello,
Lights.
1 hotel arrival. When ready, descend flight level 180, level by EDFAC.
Let's do 1 hotel arrival and when ready, start descend to flight level 180, level by EDFAC, Grid 700.
One control, good afternoon, German Cargo 63 Alpha, stamp 109 eastbound. Information, Charlie on board, request clearance to Bergamo.
German Cargo 63 Alpha, clear to Bergamo, Daventry 4 Papa departure, squawk 7251.
Clear Bergamo, Daventry 4 Papa departure, squawk 7251, German Cargo 63 Alpha.
German Cargo 63 Alpha, correct. All stations on the frequency 135.8. I'm just covering this frequency temporarily whilst the other controller fixes their setup. Ryanair 1 Yankee Victor descend flight level 80. Descending 80, Ryanair 1 Yankee Victor. Object 552, recall me on 132.6 and climb flight level 350.
Climb level 350, record 132.6, Tomjet 552. Reporting heavy turbulence at T70.
Roger, break KLM 878, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
Descent altitude 3,000 feet, kilometer 78.
Hello, Tomjet 552.
Tomjet 552, thanks. Resume navigation direct Zamab.
Navigation direct to XLab, Tomjet 552.
All stations, the previous controller is now back, so I will be disappearing from that frequency again.
So pressurization checked. A fun and busy departure that was. See, the frame rates are climbing again, so I really don't think so. CPU load is really not there.
Roger 8, Lima Yankee, nothing further now. Monitor Unicorn 122 decimal 8, goodbye.
122 decimal 8, Roger 8, Lima Yankee, great job, Harry, see ya.
See ya.
Maybe it is.
Good 45 November Whiskey, contact London 135 decimal 8.
I will try this without Ortho later.
135 decimal 8, speed back 45 November Whiskey, thanks for help.
Bye-bye. Prefect 99, route direct RIMTO.
Direct RIMTO, Prefect 99. Oh, X-Plane 12 is just around the corner. Don't mind having to turn some settings down. That gives a bit more stable performance. Like we will have...
Okay, 4 Delta Tango, leave my airspace shortly. Monitor Unicorn 122 decimal 8.
No one to talk to.
1 to 2, thank you very much, bye-bye.
And...
Bye.
Departure 3 arrivals. Oh, easy 874, they are inbound. In for them. Oh, the tank in frame rate. It's really not good.
Squawk 1141.
Oh, great.
141. Delta 3 Golf London, hello. Holiday 1 Hotel arrival, route direct Soppit.
Holiday 1 Hotel arrival, route direct Soppit.
So there's a bit of space between top and climb and top and set. Thank you.
July 8 Charlie, approaching expand flight 370 over 1 Hotel arrival into Heathrow.
How am I getting?
July 8 Charlie, hello. Squawk 4655.
Looking down.
4655, July 8 Charlie.
This 78 for the climb.
Hello, Ryder 78, Echo stand 8 East Midlands. We're requesting IFR clearance to reclaim information, Charlie and Bart.
Ryder 78 Echo, hello, cleared to Rakla, Daventry 4 Papa, Squawk 6203.
So Newcastle NDB for the says. Shoot that up.
Right, 78 Echo, correct.
One control, good evening, EV 204 is passing flight level 150417.
Easy 2204 London, hello, climb flight level 330.
Any other nav aids?
Climb to flight level 330.
Basically, no.
Double 88 Charlie, when ready, descend flight level 200.
Full hill.
Level 200,
No.
when ready,
Really?
Charlie.
78 Echo, requesting push and start.
Minus 78 Echo, push and start approved, QNH 1030.
1030, push and start, it's approved, Ryder 78 Echo.
So we've done the on nav.
700, contact London 135.8, goodbye.
3 degrees, 3 degrees it is. And now VNAV 590.
Magpie 45 Charlie, nothing further, monitor Unicom 122 decimal 8, goodbye.
For the 122 decimal 8, Magpie 45 Charlie, ready for the service, have a good one, bye-bye.
London Centre, good afternoon, shuttle 35, 103 degrees, climbing to flight level 180.
Shuttle 35, London Hello, climb flight level 290.
Climb flight level 290, shuttle 35.
I'll capture. I'll actually just do 6 minutes, we'll do decimal 80.
Daventry 4 Papa departure, squawk 7016.
Estimated fuel 1770.
Shutting 7 uniform.
14.5 for arrival.
Tuba 299, hello, QNAV 1 Golf arrival, descend flight level 160, level by ABNED.
QNAV 1 Golf arrival, descend flight level 160 by Tuba 299.
It's going to be updated soon.
Golf India Sierra descend flight level
3. Zero 32, opposite into 65, but it doesn't matter.
Shuttle 3 Golf, when ready, descend flight level 150, level by Soffit. When ready, descend 150, level Soffit, Effect 99, leave my airspace, now monitor Unicom 122 decimal 8, goodbye.
122 decimal 8, thanks for the service, Prefect 99. So, there it is, maybe it is the Ortho. Tanking. That's a shame. I'm pretty sure I've tested it elsewhere and it hasn't. 14, 20. Try that in a few minutes. So NT 103. Temperature is 8. 3, 2. Runway length. Let's just double check that with the chart. 2209. So 07 from the threshold 2209. Check. Length. Airport. Probably going to be able to vacate Charlie, although we want to come back to the GA apron. Bravo and cross. End complete. 22 plus 5. 7. Approach. Really appreciate the scenery. All zoom level 17, or zoom level 17 with the entire UK. And I have recently upgraded some tiles, so this route from London to Newcastle, 15 tiles now I have. Zoom level 18, 8K around the airports. So it should look better on approach and I think I improved the mesh to level out, certainly in Newcastle. I don't know if that was just the edge of a tile, so I've rerun a lot of those tiles overnight last night, and we consider dropping it all back down to 17 if need be. It is in fact the Ortho that's causing this, but why would you to go through the roof? It was a bit of a coincidence that I updated Xpilot and problems went away and back. Anyway, let's have a look at the arrival. Let's set 160. VNav. Speed back. There is what else online? Oh, I'll just get this one. But it's so I think the resolution is more than enough. You can see the terrain contours. It's good for VFR. Do it for the whole world. I think for the US, I've recently I think that'll be 16, 17, 17 around about 13k around airports. Reset to about 15k. For the intercontinental stuff. And again, I'm sorry that the stream has been so rubbish. Anyway, we're overhead RIMTO, descending 274. I think really changed over. 78300 was what we wanted. Interesting. So the key thing there, wanting to stay in NAC at the airspeed increase 300 and change over. So is it actually just a case that there's so much traffic? Why is Manchester's always relatively busy? Just that sheer number of objects that I don't know, I was pretty happy the other day. Anyway, there's no point trying to take a shortcut now because we'll just dirty dive. Can do.
Ryanair 56 Bravo to the Ryanair London and Leeds. You want team stand 11012 because I'm going to be walking and I'll be on your way. Give this is one of these. No, it's my welcome guarantee. Can't follow very nice looking by the way. It wasn't.
Nothing if not honest. That's our alternate. And we're doing 300. Happy days. Better, isn't it? Then off. So, what do we want to display? Well, I'm gonna have two. Well, that will do us because I have one the ILS for 07. 5. There is 6.6. We're not going to use it. Shouldn't automatically switch over. So, RMP minimum is 5 066. Just approaches straight ahead, max 210, so 200. And overhead, back to the NDB and hold. 111. Now for 1, so we've got DME as well. And the frame rate's come back, which is nice. So, let's have a look at the radar. Mount, enter, weather. Between 20, fine. Odd. The other one, Easy 874 is well behind us. Frame rate's back in the 30s. Like I say, should have nothing to do with the Ortho.
Descent checklist. Shoulder harness. Passenger signs.
Announce what you're doing. It's nice and easy. Chat.
Pressurization.
Field elevation. Yeah, this one 200 feet, close enough.
Fuel quantity and balance.
Got 949.50.
FMS landing data charts.
Done. Haven't we done before? After we get in.
Approach briefing.
We've discussed. All I did was just do directs. So. Track. Okay, good. We've checked 20 SDs. Fair few miles out. 12 minutes.
VNAV transition flight level.
It'll be 500 out.
Descent checklist complete. In range checklist next.
So no London North, no Scottish. Speed are we going to? 20 SDs. Does it think that we're not going to be able to slow down by then? Convinced we have an issue. Keeps going down to actually, those waypoints are quite close together, aren't they? Because I've got 5 minutes. Let's see. So I'm half the scale that I was before. 032 primed. Crash the weather. I know it seems kind of a little bit obsessed, but I think it may change. that lag has gone. I just want 30 frames per second. Not too much asking. And that spectacular pitch down there. Well, now we're increasing. So, was that a geometric path? Sure. Why have we got? I think it did that. Match that restrictions. Going to the opposite V now. 2000. See where that leads. See if that puts the green banana on SDs. Spoilage. Only half speed brake, so should be about. Flight spoilers. So we'll give a call overhead SDs. Newcastle traffic, Prefect 99, overhead SDs, flight level 100, proceeding direct. November Tango 07, India RMP 07 at Newcastle traffic. It'll come on. And the next is 2600. So we'll level off capture. Looks looking pretty good. So I guess it really can't be the Ortho, can it? Doesn't that look good? Train's good as well. Change that mesh if you really. Why have we reduced and it wasn't VNAV. So let's get that back under control. $1,500 and one. Let's get the weather just in case it does update. But actually, ignition. Now, just bad drills on my part. 2. So I thought it is going to change. Okay, no it hasn't, so that's what we're going with. Forget about it. Do need to slow as well, so let's go back on path.
In range checklist, APU, started, altimeters, reset, cross-checked, avionics, external lights, on, N1 target,
Not available yet.
APU PAX transition. Avail completed. APU generator. On. CAS.
Oh yeah, checked clear.
In range checklist complete. Before landing checklist next.
So, get up a little bit fast all the way down there. Bad drills on my part, I guess. LNAV, we need VNAV. Go VNAV path. Newcastle traffic, prefect 99 overhead at November Tango 07 India, RP 07 Newcastle traffic. So next step is 2 mile. No, only 10 miles. Lap 1.
$2,500.
Bit of a dirty dive there. So it's 600 just so I don't forget. Approach. And our mist is 2000. It looks pretty good, and as you can see, frames in the 30s, so look like it's the Ortho. Somebody else was inbound.
Before landing checklist. Landing gear lever.
Is the check the lever, or is the check for gear down 3 green?
Down indicator. No steer. Arm center clear. Anti-skid. Armed testing. Passenger signs. On. Wing cowl anti-ice.
1000.
Continuous ignition. On. Thrust reversers. Armed. Spoilers. Stowed auto. Flaps. Set. CAS.
Checked.
Before landing checklist complete. After landing checklist next.
Seeing traffic. 2-minute flight time.
500.
So a bit stuttery, but agree. Pretty good. Ex-Europe is all of the objects. Stuttery, but 30 odd frames a second. Nice to not have stutters.
Minimums.
Continue. Do I need to check this lighting? See the lighting there, but the lighting like in X-Plane. Is there any?
100.
Expect to see. Maybe we were just too high. Up a little bit low there as well.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Come on, down we go. Oh, that was a greaser. Boilers are up. So, we have been here in the 737 before. There was a big old cliff on this runway. 60 knots, we're easily going to make it. No, versus stowed. Checked. 1510. And you can see we can actually vacate the runway. Those lights shouldn't really be on the surface, I don't think. But there was a massive cliff there. So maybe I need to work some magic on this end too.
After landing checklist. Landing pulse recog lights. Off. Anti-collision lights. Off. Continuous ignition. Off. Windshield heat. Off. Probes. Off. Wing anti-ice. Off. Cowl anti-ice. Spoilers.
Required.
Stowed.
Newcastle traffic, prefect 99,
0.
runway vacated.
ATC TCAS. Alt on. Radar mode. Standby. After landing checklist complete. Engine shutdown checklist next.
So, somebody did really well. There's some markings up here. They're actually taxiway checks rather than markings. But good on them, whatever. Can't do a left here. There is a hold. Sure you need a Delta 7 there. No, don't think so. But this is painted on in reality. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe it is actually concrete slabs. It's a checkerboard. And yeah, these lights on the surface. I don't think. Maybe I need to be based up here, 30 frames a second. To record touchdown. Say, wait, well, -238. No way, it was a greaser. Absolute greaser. We'll watch the replay for that. So we're going to come down here, we're going to do a left, again Bravo, cross, go on to Foxtrot. You can see the terrain here though. Increase in resolution around the airports. May need a bit of additional smoothing, but definitely tell that there is some relief here, and in X-Plane 12, I think the airport textures will go on top of grass and things and make it a bit more stick. This should have been an easy. So we'll do a left again. I don't mind as long as all of the new features are offloaded on the GPU. I'll be laughing. And you might think, well, I suppose time-wise, it'd been quicker to come in the other direction with light winds and accept tailwind. Of course, you are going to use less fuel just taxiing about on the ground rather than. Newcastle traffic, Prefect 99 crossing runway 07 Bravo 2. There is a nice bit of elevation, which is big features of X-Plane, having flat runways and airports. Hideous. Newcastle traffic, Prefect 99 runway vacated. So, where are we going to park up? That could probably be tucked in a little bit better. No. Come in here and do. That like didn't hit anything. If we went over there, we're going to need to push out, I guess. Not wrong. Shut down here, just because why not?
Engine shutdown checklist. Taxi lights.
Move the aeroplane.
Off. Parking brake. Set. Reverse thrust. Stowed. Generators 1 and 2. Off. Engine 2 shut down. Fuel boost pumps.
Don't need to do that. Turn them off.
Off. Fuel system. Engine 1 shut down. Check ITT below 350 degrees Celsius.
Checked.
Anti-ice. Off. 14th stage. Off. Beacon. Off. No steer. Off. ATC TCAS. Standby 0. Parking brake if chalked. Passenger signs. Off. Cabin differential. 0 PSI. Engine shutdown checklist complete.
So let's clear the
Securing
airplane.
checklist next.
Hot start flight support. Jenny speaking. How can we help?
Can't get the packs, please.
Of course. I'll have that over with you in a minute or two. Anything else?
That's it.
Always a pleasure. Take care.
Good. So, thanks very much. Open up the door. Straight nose wheel. Hey, that's not bad. Isn't that fun? You can pop the pins in from here. Now, deafening your audience. So we'll wait until the passengers get offloaded. Volanta didn't make any. Don't know why. Weird. It shut down. Sometimes it does. Flight. Review said flight. Flight time 42 minutes. 1 hour 5 minutes clock time. Oh, and we sat. 238, it definitely at 950 kilos of fuel.
Our ride is here. Thank you, Captain. Always such a pleasure flying with you.
You're welcome.
Have a nice rest of your day.
You too, bye. So, yeah, that wasn't bad. Easy 874, haven't heard a darn word, which gash really. Out there on approach somewhere. Oh no. Maybe that's why I haven't heard it, because it's on Volanta, but it's appearing. That's it. Weird, it should be the other way around. How strange. Be an aeroplane out there somewhere. There's 2 on the ground over there. How weird. Oh, that's because Volanta is slow. Actually. Touchdown. VATSIM says it's touchdown. Maybe this is... No, it shouldn't be the terrain either, should it? Velocity should take care of that. How weird. Oh well. Was that there when we taxied in? No, it was not. Interesting spot.
Secure and checklist. Emergency lights.
Off.
AC/DC utility switch.
Off.
Headsets. Thrust reversers.
Off.
Chocks.
Do we want to do chocks? No, because we are going to the aeroplane. Actually, just put that. Oh, the aeroplane somewhere afterwards. I won't necessarily do that on stream after we watched the landing.
Parking brake.
We had a thumbs up for chocks. Break off.
Hydraulic pumps.
I've put the pin in, so turn those off.
Nav lights. Logo light.
Nav light's going to stay on.
APU generator.
As is that.
APU start stop. Packs. LCV 10th stage isolation valve. APU power fuel. ICAS APU gauge. Battery master. Cockpit refuel panel.
All off.
Service lights. Pins and covers.
We have not done those yet.
Securing checklist complete.
So, Gen can come off. And that should be airplane secured. Now we can do all this for the pack up. What do I want to do? I want to log off of VATSIM. DA62. Doesn't look like a DA60. Nor can I see sleazy friend. So disconnect. Let's watch that replay, shall we? I know we were a little bit low on approach. Oh, look at that for a greaser. That was good. Nice little bit of rumbling terrain. You can really see the difference it makes. It was pretty darn good landing. Anyway, let's back in. Right, I don't think I do. So I'm going to stay here with the aeroplane. Tow it. I need to tow it. Not nose gear steer pins, they're unlocks. I don't think we crunched a wing. And I'll figure out where we're going to park this. So thanks for watching, guys. I apologise for the death of the stream and the terrible frame rate, which means I can't look ahead, so we can't enjoy the scenery. I'm going to try and get to the bottom of it, and I think first step will be A, trying without all the ortho, B, trying without Xpilot. I may just uninstall Xpilot and see how I get on, which will be a real shame. So aeroplane's secure, and I'll call it a day. Thanks very much for watching. The aeroplane. Cheers, parked up. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll fly again this week, probably in the evening, so it'll probably be in the States. A couple of interesting destinations I'd like to go to, but I've still got some more scenery to work on to do it justice. And so until then, have a great weekend, what's left of it. Look after yourselves, stay safe as ever, and until the next time, bye from me.